What's up, everyone? It's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army to do a review of this guy here, which is the MP-20 Wheeljack. And this comes to us from a manufacturer called Takasa Tony. So obviously this is a KO review. And normally with my KO reviews, I would show you both the original and the KO. In this case, it's totally unnecessary because the KO people have gone ahead and actually changed the name altogether. It's your typical, copy of the Masterpiece. You got the matte box with the shiny details here. They've obviously changed the logo. The old KOs would have the Takara Tomy. Down here, underneath his foot, it would have a little text there. I'm not exactly sure what it says. You'll see here, it's non-existent. And if we move down over here, next to the MP-20, you'll see it's got the letter C. In the original box, it's actually an Autobot logo. I don't know if this C is like a hint at the manufacturer name, which I know there's a KO manufacturer called Collection Kingdom or something like that. I don't know if that's hinting to them, most possibly. I don't have the original here. I don't know if there was a Lancia kind of licensing product sticker or stamp or something. This is obviously missing something here, but it does say supposedly Fiat official licensed product. If we go ahead and look around, you get the same thing you would find in the Masterpiece box, just a little darker in colors, but overall very well done. Very nice sharp text here for those of you that care about the box. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. All right, so we can compare the contents with an original. So bonus right here, guys, is that you get the Hypno chip disruptor here, as it says. That would normally be what you get with the Amazon exclusive, right, which is included. So that's very much a bonus there. And you obviously get the instructions here and the spec card. As I get this out here to show you guys, I did want to give a shout out to tf-direct.com for sending this over, making this review possible. All right, so here we have the spec card, right? It's nice and glossy there. You get CMP-20 right down here. You get Wheeljack, very nice sharp fonts everywhere. The back, same thing. The pictures look sort of scanned, but other than that, the font is very nice and sharp. You get, again, the scanned instruction booklet. Even though it comes unfolded this way, there seems to be a crease right here. I guess they had it folded one more time there. But overall, very nicely done. Move on to the tray here. We'll go ahead, open this up. We can check out the contents. We have, obviously, Wheeljack here in vehicle form right out of the box. We have this little pistol here. We also get the launcher and missile. Now, just like the original, it's not a spring-loaded feature, although that would have been very awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put that together here. There's slots here which line up to the inside. I'm sure you guys know that if you own this. Pop it right in, get that ready. Now let's do a comparison between the original, which I have here. This is the original, and the KO. Now, as I'm looking at these two, you can see they look pretty much the same. They kind of shine the same. The plastics are the same. The colors. I mean, it's very well done for a KO. As you guys know, they pretty much all are. There's always just little tiny issues. Now, the first thing that strikes me is that the Takara, the edges of the paint seem to be, razor sharp, and they kind of get a little fuzzy on the KO, and I don't know if it's going to be very easy to see, but the edges, let's say for example on the green here, you'll see some white, kind of fuzzy. I wish I had my macro lens here, but it's a little bit fuzzy. If we check out the Takara, you'll see it's a little bit sharper, but you really have to be examining these things really close to even care about that. Now it's just comparing the tops, but if we look at the Takara one here, there's a little kind of fuzziness going on in the green here in the front and this section here, which is super sharp on the KO one. So they both have their little issues with paint. Another thing is on the slits here, on the little slits on the window. This is the original, by the way. You'll see that there are little holes, little slits there. The KO does have those slits, but it's kind of like the paint is stretching in between the two. There's little hairs of, not hairs, but like paint stretching. I don't know how, how to describe that. They can be easily knocked out with a little X-Acto knife. You just pop them open, so not really a big deal. But I think the very first thing I need to say about this is it's a little fuzzier, the paint, in some spots. You know, everywhere else it seems like the tampo printing for the Lancia and Alitalia and the 539 are pretty well done. Plastics incredibly look very similar. Now the paint on the wheels seems to be a little bit cleaner on the Takara. Just, you know, it doesn't go right into the tire as much. If we look underneath, again, pretty much identical. The original, as you guys know, will say copyright Tomy, made in China. All right, now remember, this is not a Tomy toy, but a Tony toy. So it actually says Tony. So even if you get this loose somehow, you'll still be able to tell if it's original or not. Now, I don't know if all the KOs have slightly fuzzy edges on here. It might just be mine. So that's one really easy way to tell, is that it'll say Tony. So next we're going to attach the weapons, and which one's which? Let's see. This one is the KO here on the left. Got the original one on the right. And these are the weapons here. Now let's do a little comparison with the weapons. We got the original here on the right. We have the KO on the left. Looking at these, it seems like they have the same kind of paint, sort of, not really, kind of gleam the same. And they're pretty much, you know, well done. The Takara seems to have a little bit less detail, like the details aren't as deep as the ones on these. So the KO, but it's pretty good. The only issue I had with my Takara is there's actually a fingerprint on the paint right there in that corner. The KO does not have any such issues, but again, that might just be with my original here. The KO does have this a little bit looser. See this right here? Kind of just hangs. You know, so it might be a little tougher to pose on an angle. The Takara one is a little stiffer here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop these in. Pop that one in this guy here, like so. And pop this one in, so they both go in just as easy. And when I take the weapons off, I was going to complain about the KO1 button getting stuck in there, but the Takara one actually is still stuck. But it's an easy fix. All you got to do is lift up this rear section and then just push this little piece up. Same thing with the KO. Actually, there it goes. It popped up. Now you notice in vehicle mode, none of them have the little rear view mirrors. It does come with the rear view mirrors. The KO one, you get, you know, 2 pairs here. I'm not even going to put them on because these are annoying. I display it in robot mode. I don't need them on there, and they're very easy to get lost. So I think we've had enough of vehicle mode. We're going to go ahead and get these into robot mode and check out the robot modes. And here they are in robot mode, guys. I had to redo this section because I went off on a rant on the Takara one because I could not get it to stand, but it was totally my fault for not folding these things over. So yeah, I have to do this section again, but here they are in robot mode. They both stand very well as opposed to my previous version of this video. And yeah, the plastic qualities on the KO are very nice. They seem to be a little cleaner on the Takara, the way they reflect. They reflect a little more kind of weirdness. I don't know if that's swirl marks in the plastic, but overall very nicely done. Very stable, just like the original. It seems to be a little tighter. One of the things that I did like about this was the tightness of the sliding of the legs, which felt a lot, I don't know, the feel of it was a lot better than the Takara one. Even though the Takara one is silky smooth, I just like it to be a little stiffer. Also, the tabs on this in vehicle mode, I noticed when I was transforming, are a little difficult to undo compared to the Takara, which is a good thing because it holds together a lot better than the Takara one did in vehicle mode, which I had to fight with all the tabs to get them to stay. The arms are tight. They are tighter, not by much, than the original. Really nothing floppy on this guy. This knee seems to be... original's a little bit tighter. This one's, you know, not as tight as can be, but I don't have any issue standing it. This one's a little tighter. The hips going out here, let's see how they compare. Pretty much the same. Now the only downside to this guy is really these sections here. So you can see they kind of pop out very easily. I don't know if it's an alignment thing, but like I said, I transformed this guy about 4 times. Each time I have him in robot mode, I have the issue with that. So if I go to pose the arms, these pop out. I know there's a little wing that comes out of this right here. That's supposed to go into this little hole. Doesn't seem to quite catch on that. So I don't know, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't pose the figures much, but if you're going to be constantly posing and this annoys you, like this popping out, then that's something to look out for. It doesn't do it on the Takara one, all right? Even if I try to pull the arms out, those things will stay right in. And it doesn't necessarily tab into this, so I don't know what it is that's holding these pieces there. I have no clue, but it does get a little annoying on this. Now, as far as the feel of the plastics, they don't feel any different than the Masterpiece. They're very sturdy plastics, very high quality plastics, so there's no concern of breakage. I have put this through its paces before the review, and it's still rock solid. Same as you would expect from a Takara product. But moving on, let's see, we got the, I don't have the original Wheeljack pistol, but this is the pistol for the KO. Which is pretty much the same as the original. Nothing too crazy over here to do a comparison of. The next thing I want to compare is the KO Disruptor here. This is the KO one, and this is the original Amazon one. The molding, the whatever, casting, tooling, whatever, is a little bit different. Not by much. You'll see right here, this little corner piece is molded a little bit smaller than that. But you'll notice this here has a bunch of mess ups. There's a fingerprint here on this side, and then there's a touch up here. And it's like when they try and touch up with whatever touch up paint they have there, and it doesn't quite match. There's also a touch up here on the top. And guess what? My KO one is perfect. No fingerprints, no touch ups, which is what Takara should be doing. I would think the KO would have more QC issues than a Takara, and it's a shame because obviously you want to support the original manufacturer and the original developer. Now here I have him with the Disruptor in his hand, and also the Dr. Wu cannon here, which does happen to work very well with this KO. All right, and we're also going to attach his shoulder one, so we'll go ahead and pop that in here. All right, and there he is, fully outfitted. But just to be fair, we are going to attach his original gun. You just kind of have to work it in there and then close the fingers around it. All right, so here he is with all his included accessories. Now again, like I showed you previously, the little hinge there is a little loose, so you'll notice it doesn't stay up. I'm sure that can be cured with nail polish, but again, it's just stuff I need to let you guys know. And again, it might also be a isolated incident with mine. I'd be happy to know if you guys have this. Please let me know if that's an issue with yours also. Now, we all know the Takara Wheeljack has a hidden face. We're going to see if this guy has the same thing. All right, he should, since he is an exact copy of the other one. All right, now that I got the screw out, we take this off. Let's see. It's under this thing, I think. I don't remember how it was exactly. It's been a while. It does look like there's a face there. Let me just pop this out. It takes a little bit of wiggling there. And there you go. He's got the secret face. And we'll go ahead and pop it on here. And there is the hidden face on the KO Wheeljack. Just get in a little closer so you can check it out. Pretty much the same thing as the original. Alright, so that about wraps it up, guys. This video is not about, trying to get you to buy a KO. It's really just about educating buyers out there. So you obviously have the option of buying either one or both by using the link below to go to tf-direct.com, where you can get the KO and the original or both. If you have any questions, and I'm sure you'll have comments, please leave them below. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe, guys, so I can keep bringing you these reviews. Until next time, bye-bye.